just do this. I was around 50 then, and you see what's at that time you want to do something in your life, and I didn't buy a motorcycle or something. And they say, well, you surprised us. You surprised. We could never know you could do. If we are talking here in Scandinavia, we mostly say, shall we make wine up here? We shall make white wine, not red. But I have always been a little more interested by red wine. So we started with red. And they said, we could never know you could do this. Fantastic. You have started an interesting process here and so on. If we have an ambition to be some sort of winemaker region, we maybe will always be very, very, very small. But if we will be a part of the wine world, we must have the ambition to make some special. If we are not making some special, or not, or only going to try to make something, try to copy something out, we have no right to be here. We have to find our own way. And there is the acid a part of this. When we talk about to find some sort of taste profile for Scandinavian wine, this when I then made this out of the box, I met from well-known sommeliers and chefs at well-known Swedish restaurants and wine experts writing in this biggest newspapers, and they say, well, this is out of the box. The regulation from the European Union says that it must be so and so. And I say, yes, I know.
Yeah, that's right. Whatever.
But I'm working with innovation, I say, and it's no problem for me. And then I say, when do you stop the fermentation? Yeah, I stop it with 7%. I say, oh, it shall be at 4. Yes, if I make a port wine, but I'm not. And from my point of view, if we are talking about Scandinavia as a wine region in some way, we must. Today we have very, very small vineyards, and now it's little exotic, and we made a lot of tourist projects and so on. But from my point of view, if we will make this as a real commercial sector in the food sector, or what you say in Sweden, we must get some vineyards coming up on this level where you build professional organizations and you have some sort of idea how to establish your wine on the market. And then you must come up to this balance.
As a region, not as a single.
And here is this started as a hobby project, but step by step, now it's we have invested too much for handle it as a hobby project. Now we have to take next step, and I'm joking sometimes about just because now I'm a little more than 60 years old, I must hurry up. That my mission is, if I have some sort of a role in this sector's development, I say my mission is we have to involve much younger people in this, and for be successful with that, we now started and I mean the Hällåkra Vineyard, we now start some research and development project together with the University of Lund and the technical. We are some winemakers who have done, as I say, empirical tests in 10 years. Now we have to go into a little more methodical and on a little more scientist-based. I think also Carl ought to tell you that the interesting thing is when you are a little entrepreneurial thinking person.
That mindset,
And I talk about we have to find our own ways, and we have to find our styles and so on, and not follow the group. Then you also have to go a little out of the box. but just say what you're doing. Don't say other things what you're doing.
Right,
say
right.
what you're doing. But the
Mm-hmm.
interesting thing is then when you, I don't know if it's so in United States, but here in Sweden, you have a very, very wine-interested population, and in some little more
well educated.
well educated, and you have also a little glamour around it, and
the social part of it.
And when you then come and say, now I will make wine in Sweden, the first reaction for 10 years ago was, oh, good, you're crazy, but well, it will...